your mama, your mammy, I'll take the...
Hey guys, it's Madison.
And Cassie, and our next story involves a man who is not that mixed, but a father, son, brother, husband, and murderer. This may sound fairly normal, but in fact it's not.
You see, when the story begins, we have no idea of the backstory. A city is in need for the second time, and the man who comes to their rescue is also the cause of their almost demise.
And more on this story after our break.
I'm the king's 32nd son, born to him a 32nd time. Born to him with my hair still on, born to him with 2 eyebrows on, and that's all I was wearing. When I woke up staring at the world, my mom had been a rather crazy queen, but not at all like sex machine. She liked to keep her body clean, clean. Thought the world to be quite obscene, but she retired to her chamber. We remained quite strangers, and to see me made her awful sad, and to touch me made her awful sad, and to see me made her awful, and to touch me made her awful. I'm the king's 32nd son. Man, all it took was 30 seconds time, but a small little prince I was not. Had a chamber made and a chamber pot, and they studied with others just like me. They studied with others I can be. Sometimes I'd stand by the royal walls, the sky be so big that it broke my soul, and I stand on my toes to catch a glimpse of my mother's eyes and my mother's skin. But she retired to her chambers, and we remained quite strangers. And to see me made her awful sad, and to touch me made her awful sad, and to see me made her awful, and to touch me made her awful. And then one morning I woke up and I thought Oedipus, 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 Oedipus. Then one morning and I woke up and I thought Rex, Rex, Rex. Then one morning I woke up and I thought Oedipus, 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 Oedipus. 'Cause 32 is still a goddamn number. 32 still counts. Gonna make it count, gonna make it count, gonna 32 still a goddamn number. 32 still counts. Gonna make it count, gonna make it count, gonna Long live the king, 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 long live the... I'm the king's 32nd son. There's 31 others just like me. There's 31 others on the way. There's 31 others after that. Sometimes I stand by the royal gate. People screaming love and hate, and they scream and they scream and they scream and they scream. Long live the king, long live the queen. And to see me made her awful sad, and to touch me made her awful sad, and to see me made her awful, and to touch me made her awful. And then one morning I woke up and I thought Oedipus, 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 Oedipus. Then one morning and I woke up and I thought Rex, Rex, Rex. Then one morning I woke up and I thought Oedipus, 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 Oedipus. 'Cause 32 is still a goddamn number. 32 still counts. Gonna make it count, gonna make it count, gonna 32 is still a goddamn number. 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 32, 32, 32, 32, 32, 32, 32, 32. Long live the king, long live the king, long live the king, long live
And we're back. So the man we spoke of before is named, you guessed it, Oedipus.
When we are first introduced to him, he is the king of a land he is thought to be foreign to. But the thing is, he actually isn't.
You forgot spoiler alert.
Anyways, as you find out, the man Oedipus was actually born in Thebes, where he is the current king.
He earned the crown after saving the land from the Sphinx after their own king was murdered. Because he solved the riddle that the Sphinx had created, the queen married Oedipus.
Everything seemed all right now, and the people seemed to forget about their previous king's murder.
As time passed, King Oedipus and Queen Jocasta had many children. The king was very caring and a good leader. Because of this, he hears the cries of his people and comes to their rescue.
The people are dying from plague and complain to Oedipus, who tells them that he was already aware of the problem and is working to solve it.
After all that, he has to care, because you can't be a king if the people in your kingdom die. In order to figure out what is causing the plague, he sends his brother-in-law, Creon, to Delphi to ask the oracle.
When Creon returns, he says the plague is upon the city because they let King Laius' murder go unavenged. Oedipus vows that he will solve the murder and save the city.
But saving the city twice is too good to be true, right? Right. We soon find out that he was the cause of all their problems to start with, and everything unravels.
So basically, because Oedipus has nothing to go on, he starts pointing fingers. A huge argument breaks out where he accused his own brother-in-law of the murder of King Laius.
They basically just start yelling at each other, and they're arguing, and it's this forever long thing, and they're like, no, you did it, no, you did it, and it's just pointless. So Creon is like, listen, I swear I didn't do it, I swear to this, and it saves him from being thrown out of the city.
So Queen Jocasta finally comes in and tells them both to calm down. She convinces Oedipus to trust Creon because he swore an oath. When Jocasta calms him down, she gives him proof, saying that the oracle told her that her son was going to kill his father and sleep with his mother. So she had her son killed.
Creon leaves after this, and Oedipus and Jocasta are left talking about what happened to her husband, her late husband, to try to figure out who actually did it. She says that there were 5 people with him when he went on this journey, and they were at a road where 3 highways meet, and a band of strangers appeared and killed all of them.
But there was one survivor out of the 5 people who were accompanying the king. He was a servant. And when he found out that Oedipus had taken the throne, he asked to be sent away to where only the shepherds could go.
Oedipus asks if he can be called back quickly, and explains that why and before he left is because a drunk guy at a party said that his parents were not his parents. So he went to his parents, and they denied it. They were like, no, we're your parents for sure. And so he went to the oracle and was told the same prediction that Jocasta was, that he was going to kill his mother and sleep with his father. So he fled to avoid it. On his way back, he was at a place where 3 highways meet and was forced off the road by a guy and his servants. So he got all angry and killed them all. And basically, Jocasta's like, well, it couldn't have been my husband because only you were there. A band of strangers killed my husband. So Oedipus leaves after this, and a messenger appears.
The messenger tells them that Oedipus is now the rightful king of Corinth, now that his father is dead. He then goes on to convince Oedipus that King Polybus was not his real father, and that he, the messenger, is the shepherd that got him from the servant.
At this point, Jocasta figures everything out and begs Oedipus to stop. But Oedipus presses for more information, thinking that Jocasta is just upset because he is now proved of low birth and not from royals. Then the shepherd appears and reluctantly informs him of what really happened, telling him that the baby was passed long ago from one kingdom to the next because of pity when it was meant to be killed. He figures everything out and cries about his terrible misfortune. He runs to his wife and now newly found out mom's room and finds out she has hung herself. Then he gorges his eyes out with the brooches from her dress, saying that he can't see a world with so much evil.
After a long catharsis, Oedipus asks Creon to take care of his children and take his place as king. Then he talks to his daughters and apologizes for making their lives so difficult. Oedipus then asks Creon if he can go as far away as possible into the wild where he can die as he should have died all along.
So that's how it went, isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
After all that, clearly much loss has occurred and lessons were learned. But where do you see lines crossed, both willingly and seemingly by fate? Oedipus runs from one wrong to another, and his character changes quite a bit. From being worried about the death of a king to being superficial and worried about low birth. When he finally learns the truth, he sees that he has been overlooking things his entire life. When what he thought was a wonderful life was just masked by a false sense of security, in which he committed both murder and incest.
But where is the theme to this story? Is Oedipus innocent or guilty? You may think that all of this is caused by fate or by sheer will. As you can see, no matter what Oedipus did to try to run from the prophecy, like running away from his adopted parents, he still ended up killing his father and sleeping with his mother. So no matter how strong your human will may be, fate still catches up with you in the end.
Thank you for listening, and be sure to tune back in later for more. Bye!